Beyond the harbor, beyond the horizon, lies the Gulf of Alaska, raw, restless, and alive. On this episode of The Guide's Guide, James and I team up with Jeff from West Coast Fishing Tackle and Allie, better known as Nature Barbie, to explore the wild waters of Seward, Alaska. Together, we join local legend Andy Mesereau of Graylight Charters and push nearly 70 miles west straight into the open Gulf. The ocean met us with teeth, but beyond the waves waited something worth every mile. Chinook salmon, halibut, and non-stop action. This is an adventure you don't want to miss. Welcome to The Guide's Guide, Alaska. As we descended to Anchorage, we get our first taste of Alaska's wild wilderness, the gateway to the last frontier and the beginning of our incredible journey.
Alaska, guys.
Welcome to Alaska!
Hey guys, we got Allie, Jeff, myself, and Tyler here. We got the Guide's Guide. We got Nature Barbie, Sea Bums, West Coast Fishing Tackle, Fishers Island Adventures. The whole team is together. We're going to Seward tomorrow. We're going fishing with Andy for some bottom fishing and some springs, or kings as they call them here. It's going to be an awesome adventure.
Super looking forward to it, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
We're going to show you guys some of the tips and tricks out of Seward, so stay tuned. It's going to be a wicked day.
Let's go get him!
The drive to Seward is nothing short of awe-inspiring. A journey through towering mountains, fjords carved by glaciers, and cold, still lakes that could be an adventure all on its own.
Hi guys, we're in Seward, Alaska with Andy Mesereau from Graylight Charters.
We're in one of the most beautiful places that I've seen, mountain covered everywhere, beautiful marina, and we're just super excited to get out here with you and fish Alaska for the first time.
Well, you also got a beautiful weather day, which really makes all the difference, so super excited.
Yeah, we got lucky. What are we going to be doing today?
Oh, I think we'll try to get some kings right off the bat and then try to catch some halibut. See if we can get one to pull Jeff to the railing and make him beg for mercy.
Awesome.
Sounds like fun.
Well, we're going to pull some of the tips and tricks out of Andy. He's been fishing here for a very long time, and I'm sure he's got some great gear to show us and some great tips to give you guys at home. So let's kick the tires and light the fires. What do you think?
Right, let's
Good
go.
fishing. Andy, how long have you been fishing out of Seward for?
This is my 30th season starting this year.
And you said your dad used to fish here as well?
My father was a fisherman in New England, so I grew up on a fishing boat there, and after I caught all the fish in New England, I came to Alaska.
I decided to come to the West
Yeah.
Coast. And in this area, there's obviously a plethora of different types of fish you can catch. What salmon are available here?
Well, we don't have a spawning run of salmon like you guys do in Canada. We're fishing for feeders and travelers and catching kind of mixed stock salmon here. So they tend to not be as large, the kings, but there's a lot of them, and typically, 10, 25 pounds, and we occasionally get a big spawner in there, but it's not like it is in your neck of the woods where you can kind of set up in a marine environment outside of a river and catch those big returning kings. And we have great halibut fishing, great lingcod, abundant rockfish, and so there's quite a few species. And we'll probably pull a shrimp pod too on our way in.
Oh, fantastic. And are there silvers or coho available?
Yeah, the cohos start at beginning of July and go through August. And we have sockeyes in the bay now that I'm just learning how to catch slowly. And so we have a pretty good, and pinks are just starting to show up too. And the pinks kind of shut down the king fishing for a few weeks when they push through.
Okay.
We have a massive hatchery run of pinks that come into Prince William Sound, and it starts to become impossible. They eat 6-inch plugs. There's so many of them. You cannot keep them off the gear. So
when does the fishing season ideally start here?
I mean, you can fish in April and early May, but it really starts like the third week of May and goes through the first week of September. You kind of have favorable weather, and the fish are most abundant. You can catch them year round, but it's just tourists don't come here until then. So
excellent. All right. Thanks, Andy. Let's
All
go
right,
fishing.
let's go.
How far do you think we're heading from the dock today?
About 50 miles. That's kind of the spring fishery here. It's a long boat ride if you can get over there, but it's one of the few places you can catch halibut in shallow water.
So what was the marina called that we just came out of?
That's just the Seward small boat harbor. It's just owned by the city there, and it's the only harbor here. But there are some boats out at Lowell Point outside of town that launch off the beach.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like a gravel launch ramp out there, that they can launch out there too. So people do go out there sometimes.
Oh,
You
interesting.
can camp out with your boat out there. So for a do-it-yourselfer, it's kind of a fun place.
Oh, that's cool. And when you're coming out on a morning like this and you want to get kings going first, how far do we have to travel?
I'm gonna probably take you 50 miles down the coast, which is further than I have to, but that's where the halibut are up in the shallow water feeding on capelin. So there's a bunch of kings there too. So it doesn't really matter. What might take an hour and a half there to catch kings, if we fished right where we're sitting, it might take all day. We're going to Montague Island today.
Montague Island.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I think is the second largest island in North America. It's a huge uninhabited island.
Does salmon ever come in this bay, Andy?
Oh yeah, this is actually a terminal harvest area. So right in here in this part of the bay, the limit on kings is 2 per person. It's the highest limit in the state. And it's because there's a hatchery run that's actually returning right now. And they return over to this side of the bay, and there's people that fish for them off the shore.
So if you want to
wow.
go fishing for king salmon, you don't really have to go that far. There are some inside
You
the
don't.
bay.
It takes more work to catch them here. There's not as many, and this bay is real deep. And so, like fishing for kings in 200 or 300 feet of water, there's a much larger variety of depth that you'd have to target to find them. Where we're going, it's 70 feet deep, like they're kind of pinned in there, so the downriggers it's just easier to dial the right depth in.
Will Sporties head out 50 miles?
They'll head from Whittier and go up the Prince William Sound and end up there too. So tomorrow there's going to be a lot of boats there. It's a Saturday. Well, the weather's bad, but on a nice Saturday at this time of year, there'd be 50 or 60 boats on that 15-mile reef out there. So they're not on top of each other, but it would be boat traffic like you might see back home,
Well, I'm excited to get out to the fishing grounds. It's a beautiful morning in the bay here. Nice flat calm. We got the mountains surrounding us. So, yeah, we'll do about an hour and a half long run, and we'll see you guys out in the fishing grounds. Well, that was quite the run, Andy. About 2.5, 3 hours out
Yeah.
to what did you call this bank?
We're at Montague Island. This is Cape
Montague.
Clear right here. It's
Awesome.
a shallow reef that goes out about 10 miles out this way. It's amazing. You're even 10 miles offshore, and it's only 100 feet deep out here.
And we're going to start off fishing for kings,
We are.
otherwise known as Chinook in Canada.
We might as well just use these, huh? I want you guys to feel comfortable.
Do you guys have to fish barbless here?
No,
Oh,
there's no rules. It's Alaska.
so that's something that's a little different from Canada, is that you don't need to pinch your barbs here. If you're fishing for salmon, you can fish barbed hooks. Ours are all pinched, so we'll see how we do. How
That
deep
one
are we
at-
going here,
do
Andy?
that one at 40.
40?
I'm going to turn the boat around and go with the current so we actually catch something.
That's ready to go, drag's ready to
We
get set.
definitely need the purple flasher, wherever it is.
Hey, talk
we
to me,
go.
Ty. What do we got on this side?
All right, we're gonna go with that UV purple Illuminati and the Halo 69. This is just such a deadly combo. These flashes are so cool because it looks so dull in the light, but this sunlight is actually just gonna charge up this flasher. And it's gonna be deep purple under the surface of the water.
Tide's just turning here. It's going to get sloppy in here. Fish on.
Oh, look at it go.
There we
It's
go.
going. It's going.
Oh, yeah. Now you're playing a fish, baby.
Now that's a fish, sir.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
a
This is
fish.
Andy's first time using a British Columbia knuckle buster.
Isn't that stuck on the bottom?
No way, baby. That's rock
That
and roll,
is
and that is a fish.
folks.
You got a nice
That
fish there.
is a fish.
Just gonna check your drag. Okay, so the key to this is keeping constant pressure on the rod. Because it's single action, if the fish wants to run and you hold that drag or you hold that reel, it's gonna snap the line off. So you're constantly playing it. When it runs towards you, you've got to reel really fast.
You gotta
And when it
reel.
goes away, you've got to let them run. It's about constant pressure on that rod tip up, and just enjoying the pure fun of playing this fish.
Feel every head shake. It's pretty cool.
Especially with
So
that braid
sporty.
too, right?
So sporty.
Very, very sporty, as Tyler would say.
It's that
It's
purple
that
and that Halo 69, man.
Andy, is this your net?
Yeah.
It'll get in there, don't worry. Testing the net skills of Mr. Fisher today.
Sporty net too.
Holy. I'll tell you what.
It's not the size of your net, it's how you use it.
What do we got here? We got a 10 or 12 pounder, I think. Oh, it's
That's
bigger
a
than
nice
that.
fish.
Nice fish. Right up over my head. Oh, you don't. He wants to go, Andy.
Oh,
let him
yeah,
play.
let him
Play
run if
him
he
out.
wants
Let
to
him
run.
Up over my head.
love
Keep
it.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. No!
Oh!
No, it
One more,
dropped.
one more. There you go.
Okay.
Hey.
All the net you need.
Good thing I know the editor.
Oh no, we're keeping that
Can't blame the little net on that one. Look at that. That combo is just awesome.
UV purple glow with the Halo 69. Our first fish in Alaska, guys.
in. Beautiful combo.
Andy, can you come here and hold this, please?
I gotta hold this.
Yeah, slide your fingers under mine.
You gotta hold it.
Okay, and I'll put this in the other hand.
We're making the guide feel like he's being
Yeah,
guided.
he's guided.
There you go.
Right on, Andy. Great fish.
Salmon of the year.
That's
Woo.
amazing.
This episode is brought to you by Parksville Boathouse, your full-service boat dealer and chandlery. Gone Fishing, serving Vancouver Island and beyond for over 30 years. West Coast Fishing Tackle, the quality anglers deserve.
Ikejime is a Japanese fish preservation technique. This titanium thing goes up the spinal cord and destroys it, and it reduces lactic acid buildup, gets the blood out of the meat, and improves the quality. It's just cut the tail right here. Get access to that spinal cord, which is right there. I take this wire, slide that up there, and you should know when you do it, because it should slide that all the way in like that. And that's doing its job right there. Now what I do with it is I take it out after I've done that, I put it in the bleed bucket, let it sit in there for about 10 minutes, and then we'll pack it nice, and we'll have the premium quality fish to eat after that.
Man, every single time we go out with guides,
Learn something.
we learn something new. We just learned something from Andy. What's that called again, Andy? Ikejime. What a wonderful way to make sure that fish is in prime condition to keep the meat in good shape. Amazing.
Yeah, so you got quite an interesting setup here, Andy. You've got the Canon downriggers.
I know, it's a morphodite
You've
thing.
run it off of a cable line that's kind of like an outrigger style. You've got your pole line here, which is nice. Short clips too, if you guys notice that at home, short clips. They're only running in 50 feet of water, so you don't need big long clips. Actually, the shorter the better, because you're gonna get better hook sets with that in this shallow water, which is nice.
The tide's just slacking off now.
Perfect.
We're right off of here of Montague Island, and you were saying that Prince William Sound just comes out.
Right, there's two entrances to Prince William Sound. This is the western entrance here, and it's between Montague Island and Latouche Island. And then there's another one where the oil tankers go in and out of, and that's over by Hitchinbrook entrance. So those are the two entrances to Prince William Sound that you go in and out of. So this is
Amazing.
kind of like a river that just flushes nutrients in and out of this reef.
And that's why the salmon like to hug in here. And it looks like there's quite a bit of structure that you're fishing
Yeah, it's all
here off of Montague. We got some of the crew in the other boats there are fishing a little further offshore, but judging by the structure that they have here, they're all fishing that kind of same structure, rocky bottom, and we're in 63 feet of water right now. The downriggers are at about 41 feet, so we're just absolutely perfect.
What do you think they're feeding on?
Well, I think the capelin are in here spawning in the kelp.
I think it might be worthwhile trying a turd.
I think a turd might just about mimic that perfectly.
We've hit a really nice fish on the Halo 69 spoon with the UV flasher, and we hit one on this side as well. We're using a New Bananas spoon and a green Hornet flasher, but it was a kelp greenling that we caught. And we having the salmon are feeding on capelin, which is sort of a long, skinny, goldish style fish. And so we're gonna switch over to the brown turd with the blue dazzler just to see if we can entice some bites, because we're seeing some great marks on the sounder, and we're just not hitting it as hard and heavy as we'd like to. So as fishermen do, we go ahead and we switch it up.
This fish doesn't know what he is. Yeah, it's a big rockfish.
Fish on salmon right here.
Fish on salmon. Go for it.
Can't even get out of the rod holder.
Is that as soon as we put the turd down? Yes!
Woo, baby! That's a salmon. Turd went down. Literally 30 seconds later, we hit that one. The blue dazzler and the brown spatterback turd, one of my favorite combos. Next to that UV Halo 69. This looks like a nice salmon, guys. Really nice salmon. Hang on, he's not quite ready yet. Almost there.
Nice fish.
There we
right?
go, right on. So there it was, guys. We put down this brown turd with the blue dazzler flasher, and what was that, 30 seconds later?
30 seconds.
Pulled out this beautiful wild salmon right here. It's gonna make for some delicious eating. And we're gonna throw this back down, see if we can't get another one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this episode of The Guides Guide. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Fishing here with Andy from Grey Light Charters.
All good.
What a beauty.
Yeah.
As you just saw on the starboard side of the boat, they moved over to the turd. 30 seconds later, a fish hit. The bait that's here is called a capelin. That turd imitated it, and now Jeff decided to come out with the gold fatty behind a nice red flasher that's got a gold color in as well. Let's see how this works out. We're not going to run it on a downrigger. We're doing something a little bit differently here. We're going to run it on a Dipsy Diver device that goes down and pulls in the water and takes it down. How far below the surface, Andy?
We'll go down about 35 with that.
About 35 feet, so the same depth as the other ones. It allows us to run another rod out the back. So the way that these Dipsy Divers are designed is that they push onto the water and it takes them down and they carve down. This one will go down about 30, 35 feet. They have a release clip on them. You couldn't bring the fish in if it was still carving into the water. So it's got a little snap that you push in like that. This pushes down in the water, and when the fish hits, it pops that off, and you barely feel this when you're fighting the fish.
You know what I think we should go to on this side?
4-inch plug.
OR12.
OR12.
Or the UV turd.
The UV turd, yes.
Fish on.
Come here.
Oh no, keep going.
Sure?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what'd you do there, James?
We were just bringing the line up to check it to see if we had anything on it, and he was following us. As it started to pull away from him, he whapped it, and he has whapped it nicely.
Attaboy, James.
These guys are feisty fish. The UV glow flasher and the 69 Halo.
And we were just thinking about changing it there, but might be keeping it on now.
Yeah, so it was chasing it for a bit there, definitely, when you went and moved that.
So the interesting thing about Chinooks is they've been filmed underwater hitting baits that don't have hooks up to 30 times with their heads and their tails before actually committing with their mouth. So when I'm fishing like this and we know there's fish around, I'm thinking it a whole time they're following the bait. What can I do to get them to take it? Zigzagging, speeding one side up, dropping, raising up. Sometimes that'll get them to react and take it. Ready, Jeff?
Yeah, right on.
I like this net.
Tell you what, it grows on you, doesn't it?
It's like a quick rapid fire.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
Really nice fish.
Purple UV glow, Halo 69. Andy, you're putting us on fish, man.
We're catching them.
Woohoo! Grey Light Charters out of Seward.
feet of water.
This is the guy.
Fish on, fish on!
That's it.
Slam
Off the
that hook
clip,
set.
baby.
Atta
Woohoo!
girl.
Way to go,
Oh, let him
Ollie.
run.
And away.
Oh, screamer! Oh, this is a good
That's a
fish.
screamer.
Right on, Allie. Holy cow, that's a screamer.
On the turd. Woo, he's not ready yet. Nice move, Jeff. Going again on you, Allie. Next time we come back to fish with Andy, he's gonna have knuckle busters on both sides.
I like to get a couple just for my good clients that come all the time and know what they're doing.
Yep. Nice fish, Allie. Right up. Keep going up over my head.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going. No, up, up.
Nice net job, James.
Nice job, team. Nice fish, Allie. Leaving me hanging.
biggest one so far.
High five, girl.
He's got all his scales too.
That's
Beautiful.
it.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, Allie?
Gorgeous.
Awesome fish. Way to go. It took an awesome run on you, too.
Nice job.
What a fish. Allie just brought this one in. Total screamer. And we're just slamming these awesome sort of 10 to 14 pound fish today.
37, 41 feet. Andy from Gray Light Charters is putting us on them. Here's the guy himself, the captain, the legend, hitting the brown turd on one side and the 69 on the other.
Yeah, man.
Great day.
Great day. Unreal.
Andy, if you were turning up here and you hadn't fished the area before, you want to talk us through sort of what flashers and spoons you would use?
Sure. Well, because the environmental conditions change so much here from moment to moment, it was cloudy a minute ago and the sun's poking out, I kind of like to fish a dark side on one side of the boat and a light side on the other, the dark colors being like purple or black and white, and the light side being green or chartreuse or even red. Then as one side starts being more productive, I might switch the other one over and delete the one that isn't producing. And I like to fish a couple larger spoons with glow in them down deeper.
That one's the Black Panther.
The Black Panther, the No Bananas, this 5 or 6 inch spoon really discourages the pink salmon from getting on there and kind of lets you focus on kings. And then I like to fish the flashers with a Hulk, a superhero Hulk like this, or the No Bananas. The nice thing about those is you can attract the bites from the cohos as well, and so you kind of get both going and you get the benefit of the flasher. I think you get more bites having flashers in the water in some way when you're doing this.
I'm seeing sort of a common denominator here, and that's the color green.
Green and green, those are the two best colors.
I like it. For somebody that's turning up to Seward for the first time, they launch their boat, they either go out guided or they launch their boat. Where would you recommend 1 or 2 places for them to start fishing?
Well, I think if they're launching their own boat in Seward, then fishing in Resurrection Bay is a good bet. The bag limit's generous, it's close to home. And if they were going to leave the bay, I would suggest one of the nearby bays. They don't need to run all the way down here like we are on a charter boat. This is a long way to go for a smaller boat, and there's plenty of opportunity in closer to home.
This episode is brought to you by Gone Fishin', serving Vancouver Island and beyond for over 30 years. West Coast fishing tackle, the quality anglers deserve. Parksville Boathouse, your full-service boat dealer and chandlery.
Yeah, I think we have enough salmon. If it's okay with you, we'll catch the tide and go halibut fishing for a few hours and see what we can get. And then when we're done, we'll make a few more passes up north, catch some rockfish and a few more salmon. And
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right.
Just made our way to the halibut grounds, literally about half a mile from where we were salmon fishing. We're dropping the anchor, and we are in 60 feet of water. Yes, that's correct. I just said we're going to be halibut fishing in 60 feet of water. We got ourselves a salmon head, and we have ourselves some nice big horse herring.
And Andy's just hooking up a couple of rigs for Jeff and Allie here. James has already got a rod in the water. He's bouncing bottom with a swim bait and a herring on top.
I got an octopus.
You got an octopus rig on? Right on. So how do you like to rig up your Halley rigs, Andy?
Well, it depends how shallow or deep we're fishing. Here it's so shallow that all I'm going to do is just put one of those little weight sliders on there and put an appropriate weight on them and let them flag out into the current. Reel them up a few turns off the bottom. Straightforward.
Perfect. It looks like you're using about 200-pound leader there.
Yeah. All this gear is left over from my commercial IFP fishing, but all I do is just use these things on there. They slide up and down the braid real nice. You don't need anything too fancy. They don't wear the line out. I use these in Hawaii tuna fishing too. So all they do is
Just squeeze it.
That's a removable slider.
Yeah, it's a removable slider.
So you can see Andy hooked that up. He came in through the head, did one wrap there, and then he pulled it up on the side of the skin and brought it on that way. So it's going to sit like this and possibly even twist a little bit, Andy. Is that right? Behind that sliding weight.
How many pounds on there, Andy?
I got 2 on there now. It's probably more than we need, but
And one of the things you guys always want to do when you're Halley fishing is make sure that your heavy weights are forward up on your boat, so maybe midship in this case because we have the cabin here. So you're going to be running your 2s and your 3-pound weights up towards the cabin, and then you're going to be running your 1 pound, your 8 ounce, your 10 ounce, your 6 ounce off the back. That's going to make them a little more flighty. Oh, tap, tap, tap.
Shh, I didn't want to tell anybody.
That was on that swim bait. Oh, there he is. You got him?
Yep. There's something. It might be a rockfish. I was cheating.
it's a sculpin.
Oh, that's what it is, sculpin. It's kind of like a capizon.
Beautiful.
Look at me, save the bait.
Color.
Thank you.
Very cool. Throw that back. Sculpins, lingcod, cabezons, they don't have a swim bladder like a rockfish does, so they're not affected by barotrauma. So we can just throw those right back down. Andy, I'm assuming that you're required here in Alaska to have a descending device for rockfish, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for rockfish, I mean, we're only in 60 feet of water, so the chance of those going down are pretty high. But in the event that we need to descend one, we've got a descender ready to go.
A salmon head with a herring stuffed inside it. The hook goes through both the lip of the herring and the salmon. That's the herring hanging out the bottom. We have 200 pounds of monofilament going to 60 pounds of braid. This is an interesting braid. This is the new West Coast Fishing Tackle 12-strand braid. High PE resolution in red. PE stands for polypropylene, and this is actually a Japanese braid, fully circular. Excellent breaking strength. We're just trying it out to see how it works. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. What's going on here, Ali? Fish on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one there. That's more like it. Oh yeah.
Better butt. Nice job, Andy. Way to go, Ali.
Okay, here we are with Nature Barbie and James with two nice halibut in Seward, Alaska.
You got there, Jeff?
Bomber. This one we're bringing in quick. There we go. No messing around this time. Look at the size of those guys. They're so smart. They hit and then they swim up.
Yeah, baby.
I'm feeling tugs. And I'm up almost.
You guys wrapped?
Look at the size of these rockfish. Look at these things.
Look at that thing. That's a magnum there.
That is a.
So that's one of those ones we haven't seen before. That's a magnum.
Look at these twins.
Right on, gentlemen.
Look at the size of these.
Those are.
Look at this one. Holy jeez. That's what I thought was halibut on the screen. It's not. It's a freaking big black
Yeah.
hammer. That is huge.
So in Alaska, the rockfish are a little bit bigger. That's about a 6 or 7 pound rocky.
Wait, wait.
Head shakes like that.
Oh, it's a halibut.
How many halibut are we keeping? Should I let this guy go? He's awful small. Let me let him go.
Yeah, let him go. He's a little. Thanks, Andy.
You bet.
Tell you what, we're fishing whole herring. We have a 3-ounce weight. We have the West Coast Fishing Tackle, medium 6'6" spinning jigging rod. What an absolute blast. This is a 3,000, 4,000 seems to be the size to go with. Man, this is a lot of fun. What's happening here, Ty?
Oh, we got a nice halie on. We were sitting around for 20 minutes waiting for the bite to come in, and Andy gave us the 15-minute warning, and all of a sudden the halie decided to start biting. He's taking line on me.
Oh, here he comes. Let's see. Let's have a peek.
Let's let Ali shoot it.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Perfect.
Oh, it's a real nice one, Andy.
It's not a shooter.
No shooting?
But it's a nice one.
It's the biggest one of the day.
Yeah, but it's not an 80.
Okay. Decent fish though. We'll
That's
take
a
him.
nice. That's a good halie.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the ticket. Nice.
Perfect eater.
Nice work.
Nice. We
Solid.
got some really good, lots of turkey right there.
Yeah, just when we look how deep you took that one.
There it is. Nice, beautiful halibut here. 68 feet of water. Beautiful.
Way to go. Jeff's into one on the medium weight rod and a spinning setup. Excellent. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Pulling line.
It's just starting to get good. It was a 15-minute warning, dude. Does it every time.
I love it.
That guy looks like he's a little bit better. That's a better fish.
Another halie.
Yep, similar
Oh, I
size.
got somebody's line.
You're wrapped around the back.
Oh, you got everybody's line. Oh, that's a nice one too. You
It's
ready?
a nice halie. Get ready.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I knew you were gonna do that. I saw it. I was like, man, ready for what?
Just see that? That was fucking awesome.
Jesus.
He guy looks at Jeff. He has the gap in his head,
Down on it.
and
I
he
was like,
says,
"What you
"Are you
doing?
ready?"
Look at
Jeff
that
goes,
big
"Yep,"
one.
and he goes, "Bap!" and hits him in the ass.
Tangled in like
Straight back down to the bottom.
It's because you didn't bring your electric reel. I had to do that.
It's making you work for it.
Wax it was. That's awesome. Thank you, Ed.
You bet.
I'm into something.
Oh, look at the
Oh,
blood splatter
Tyler's got
on
one
there.
on over here.
Oh my God, we're
Perfect.
killing them now, aren't we?
Yeah. As soon as that tide picked up, Andy said
Yeah.
we needed to wait for that tide to pick up, and all hell's breaking loose here.
Yeah. He hit it right away as soon as
These
it
are
hit
nice.
bottom.
Those are
Nice
all
fish.
perfect
Then he
eats.
popped
they really
off
are.
and he came back.
Love it.
I dropped it back down. Oh, I lost
Oh, he
him.
just popped off again.
Oh,
Bugger. That's
Oh,
the
there's
one.
Beauty.
All right.
We've had a bit of a Hallie bite here. We had some Hallies playing with carcasses on the other side of the boat, and he decided to come over this side
Now we got current.
and hit a herring.
oh, that's
Oh yeah, he's got some nice strong head shakes on him, this guy. Similar size to the big guy.
yeah. Nice 20 pounder, 15 pounder.
Nice fish.
Let him go. We're looking for the big one. Nice one, James.
Thanks.
Good one.
Nice fish. Life is good when you're releasing halibut that size.
That, no kidding.
Coming up through the head, pulling the entire rig through, and the hook faces back down towards the head, all the way through, and back that direction. And
Just
now
right.
we have a bait that sits in the water behind the slider. There's the slider, and there's the bait sitting behind, just winding like this off the bottom. Great halibut rig.
Oh, that's a good Hallie.
Hallie alley.
Alley, alley.
Actually, the bite's gotten quite good once the current picked up over here. It's
Sure
been
has,
pretty
just like
steady.
you called it.
Definitely.
Oh, that's a nice.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Oh,
hang on to it, girl. She's got her. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's big.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a definitely a bigger one.
yeah.
That's a
Robert,
30.
step back there.
That's
That's a
good
30 for
That's
sure.
Nice.
That's more than 30 pounds, buddy.
That's more than 30.
Fucking 50.
Oh,
Look out, I gotta pull him in.
Allie gets the biggest freaking.
That's better.
Holy, that's a good one, Allie.
Way to go, Allie! Over here.
Nice job, Allie. High five.
That's the biggest. Got the biggest salmon, biggest halibut, biggest everything. Lady love.
Hand me that bat. It's respectable. Bend your knees, sister. Oh,
Atta
yeah. Oh,
girl. Right on, Allie.
What do you think?
Gray Light Charters, Alaska, with the Guide's Guide. If you're looking for Hallie, woohoo! This is the
Fishing in
place to
Seward,
be.
baby. Let's go. All right, guys, we're going to head back into the bay and pull up the prawn pots. They've been stuffed full for you lately, eh?
They have been loaded, and I'm sure they will be today.
That was
Absolutely.
one heck of a morning, my friend. We got us into salmon, got us into halibut. Now we're going to pull some shrimp pots. But what a morning.
Yep.
Absolutely. Hopefully you guys are loving this episode of Alaska. We're in Seward. Please like and subscribe down below. It really helps out the channel. And we'll see you down at the bay.
Oh, it's looking good, guys. It is looking good. Nice.
Well, Seward, Alaska did not disappoint. Andy from Gray Light Charters put us into some amazing fish here. What do you think, James?
Guys, if you are in this town of Seward, you got to look at this guy right here, Andy. Gray Light Charters. We had a phenomenal day. Bottom fish, salmon, beautiful scenery out there, sunshine. What a day.
Yeah, we're going to cook up some prawns at the house, and we'll see Andy there. Please like and subscribe down below. It really helps out the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.